Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our podcast discussion. Today, we are discussing an issue that affects almost every student in Malaysia. Is Malaysia examination-oriented education system harming student mental health? Education has always been viewed as the key to success. In Malaysia, examinations such as SPM, STPM, and university assessment play an important role in determining students' academic pathway and future opportunity. However, alongside academic achievement, concern about student mental health have become increasingly common. Many students experience stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion while trying to meet academic expectations. This raises important question. Is the examination-oriented education system helping students achieve success or placing it too much pressure on them? Joining us today in my fellow panelists. Thank you for being here. Before we begin, what comes to your mind when you hear the phrase examination-oriented education?
Thank you. When I heard the phrase examination-oriented education, I think of a system where academic success is mainly measured during examination routes. In Malaysia, many important discussions are informed by examination performance. Students often feel that they are better determine their future opportunities, including university admission, scholarship, and career prospects. As a rule, examination become the center of student academic life. Many students spend most preparing for major examinations because they believe good grades are essential for success. Will you agree that examinations have become deeply embedded in Malaysia education culture?
Absolutely. In fact, many Malaysian students grow up hearing phrases such as study hard for your examination or good grade will guarantee a better future. These messages are often repeated by parents, teachers, and society. As a result, students may begin to view examination as the most important measure of their worth and potential. This mindset has shaped Malaysian education for decades. However, before discussing the negative aspect, I think it is important to recognize that examinations do provide certain benefits. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely. Other examinations are often criticized. They are not entirely negative. Perhaps we should begin by discussing why examination-oriented education continue to exist.
One major advantage is that examination provides clear academic standards. Without examination, it would be difficult to us to evaluate students consistently across different schools and regions. A standardized examination allows educators to determine whenever students have achieved the required learning outcome. After all, if there were no common benchmark, how could university compare applicants fairly? In this sense, examination help maintain consistency and accountability.
I agree with you. University and employer often require objective methods to assess candidates. Examination provide measure indicator for academic performance. For example, when students apply for scholarship, examination rules help institute identity applicants who have demonstrated strong academic ability. We will know some of the standardized assessment the scalar project could be more success.
Yes, that is a good point. Another benefit is motivation. Many students become more focused when they have clear goal to achieve. Preparing for examination encourages discipline, time management, and perseverance. Personally, I remember becoming more organized during my SPA years because I knew there was a clear target that I want to achieve. Without examination, would students feel the same urgency to study consistently?
Perhaps not. A certain amount of pressure can indeed motivate students. For example, athletes often perform better before important competition because they have a specific goal. Similarly, examination can encourage students to put in extra effort. However, I think the key question is whether the person remains healthy or become exercise.
Okay, there is an important distinction. Moderate pressure can encourage growth, but too little pressure may lead to complacency. With excessive pressure will also cause harm. Therefore, the challenge is finding the right balance. Another benefit is that examination helps students identify their strengths and weakness. Results can provide useful feedback and guide future improvement. Would you agree that students need some way of measuring their academic progress?
Yes, I agree. Assessment is necessary. The issue is not whether students should be assessed. The issue is whether examination could carry so much well that the domain the intern accuracy experience. And being us to main consent for today's discussion. One of the most significant concepts is stress and excitement. Many students believe that their future depends entirely on examination rules. I remember hearing students say this thing like, I feel this exam, my future is over. Such a sentiment shows how much pressure students place on themselves. Should a single examination really have the power to determine how students feel about their future?
Okay, I agree that is a poor statement. Students are often told that examinations are important, but sometimes the message becomes extra and too over. Instead of viewing examination as one part of their academic journey, students may begin to view them as only things that matter. When that happens, anxiety becomes inevitable.
Exactly. Other issue is sleep deprivation. Many students successfully sleep with preparing for examination. Some stay away during midnight or later, even later. Others, the hope to improve their rules, their lack of relax can negatively affect concentration, memory, and emotional well-being. Can students perform at the best way they can physically ask them?
Okay, that reminds me of my own secondary school experience. During examination periods, some of my classmates would study late into the night and arrive to school looking exhausted. At that time, many people consider this dedication. However, looking back, I wonder whenever it was actually healthy. Success should not come at the cost of physical and mental health.
I completely agree. Burnout is another major issue. Many students attend school during the day, still some class in the evening, and continue study at the night. The subjects are packed with academic activity. As a rule, They have little time for their hobby, exercise, or relaxation. If studies spend more of the time like study, where do they have the opportunity to simply be younger and enjoy life?
I agree with what you coming up just now. That is a powerful question. Education should help students develop as individuals, not merely prepare them for examination. A balanced life including social interaction, recreation, and personal growth. Without these elements, students may feel emotionally exhausted. And let us focus specifically in Malaysia. One unique aspect of Malaysian education is tuition culture. What do you think tuition has become so common?
I think continuation is major reason. Parents will their students to ethic excellent result because they believe good grades later to better optimization. As a rule, many students attend tuition class after school and even on weekend. I know students will enter tuition for major every subject during Form 5. Their schedule was so full that they have little free time.
Okay, I also have similar situation. One of my friends attended tuition 6 days a week before SPM. Although he eventually achieved excellent result, he's now often complains about feeling tired and stressed, and that's a time that you don't want to think back. This makes me wonder, whenever the current system encourages students to focus so heavily on their grades.
I think it does. Other issue is comparison. Students are often compared with their classmates, siblings, or friends. For example, when examination rules are relaxed, students immediately compare grade, so feel disappointed even when they achieve good results simply because someone perform better. So students' self-worth be determined by comparison?
Personally, I don't think so. Every student has different strengths. Some excel academically, and others are talented in sport, leadership, or communication, or even creativity. Yet, examination-oriented system often place the greatest value on academic performance. This can cause students to overlook their other ability.
Exactly. Education should help students discover the question rather than make their feel inadequate. When students believe their grades define their value, mental health problems become more likely.
Okay, so now I want to let me ask you a question. Do you think examinations themselves are the problem, or the society placing too much importance on them are the problem?
Personally, I think the bigger problem is social expectation. Examinations are simple assessment tools. However, when parents, school, community place excessive emphasis on graded student experience immersion.
Yes, there is a fair point. If society views examination as only one measure of success, students might feel less anxious. Perhaps the issue is not examination itself, but the culture surrounding it.
Exactly. However, I believe that examination already still encourage memorization. Students often focus on remaining informed rather than understand concept. Without education, be more meaningful if students was encouraged to thinking critically and solve real world problems.
I agree. In today's world, skills such as creativity, communication, and critical thinking are increasingly important. These skills are not always reflected on examination results. Therefore, relying solely on examination may not provide a complete picture of student ability.
So perhaps we can agree that examination should remain part of the education, but they should not be the one of the assessment.
Yes, I think that is a reasonable position. A balanced approach may be the best solution.
If you want to recruit academic person, schools can adopt more diverse assessment methods. For example, project-based learning, presentation, group work, and community service could be inserted alongside examination. Would not this provide a more holistic environment for students?
I think so. Students pose different talent and strengths. A wider range of assessment methods would allow them to demonstrate ability that traditional examination may overlook.
Mental health support is also important. Schools should provide accessible counseling service and stress managing program. Students need safe place when they are discussing their concerns.
I completely agree. As future educator, this issue is especially relevant to us. One day, we will be responsible for supporting our students. We should encourage academic excellence while also protecting their self-well-being. Students need encouragement, but not just a pleasure.
Well said. A healthy education system should be network of achievement and happiness. After all, what is the problem for education if students succeed academic but struggle emotion?
As we come to the end of our discussion, it is clear that examination-oriented education has both advantage and disadvantage. The examination provides structure, motivation, and academic standards. However, excessive emphasis on the educational result can contribute to stress, anxiety, burnout, and unhealthy competition.
Our discussion suggests the examinations themselves are not necessarily harmful. Rather, the challenge lies in finding a balance between academic and achievement and mental well-being. Students should be encouraged to accept academic but not at the expense for their healthy and happiness.
Ultimately, education should develop knowledgeable, capable, and emotionally healthy individuals. Success should not be measured solely by grades, but also by personal growth, resilience, and well-being. Thank you for listening to our podcast discussion.
Because the cooperation has encouraged you to review of the role of examination Malaysia education. Thank you and hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye bye.